Thank you to our sponsors. In the bottom left, we have a player. He looked a little bit sloppy in that previous game and doing the wrong tech switch against a person who already had too many Vikings going for Brood Wars. He is
GSL HyuN.
What? What's so funny?
I'll tell you in a second.
All right. And in the upper right, the Tal Terran multitasking master. His ideas?
FXO GuMiho.
What's so funny? What,
okay, what I was just thinking was that I'll get all these songs that they have for the maps.
Yeah.
Right? And then I'll rip some of this wallpaper off the GSL booths and put it behind my desk. And then, like, as my ladder game queues up, I'm like, oh, Daybreak. And I press the Daybreak song and it starts playing, like, and I'm like, getting all pumped, like, yeah.
I gotta get to the round of 16.
Yeah.
We can even make you a little booth and stuff.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be so cool? Wouldn't that be neat?
That would be pretty neat.
That'd be pretty cute.
Those booths that we have out here.
Tasteless is talking about me, talking about my mistakes.
And over here, in the red, we have our Protoss player. He's very skilled from the team media.
Artosis.
Artosis.
So funny. Okay.
You know, it's actually, to build a soundproof booth like what we have is actually so expensive.
It's hard to do.
People actually don't understand, like, what it would be like when you see people complain, like, why doesn't every event have a soundproof booth? I'm like, because
they've been stepping up, though.
They
a
have
lot
been.
of events are starting to get
International esports has been stepping up, but I mean, well, there was a long period of time people just like didn't get. Like, it's actually really hard and expensive to do.
Yeah.
And
how many times have I played in a tournament where myself and possibly the opponent could hear the commentators?
It happened to us in that tournament in China when we were playing.
Yeah, and it happened in...
I was like, man, I wish I spoke Chinese right now.
It's happened many times in the past in America as well.
Yeah.
It's like on the screen. I'm like, please don't look at that while we play. Shake hands and sit down. Like, all right, so.
Oh, nice interception here.
Yeah, that is nice.
Does the Overlord get away?
Yes, just barely.
Let's see if you're right. Oh, yeah, you're right. And where did he go?
I tell you what, Tasteless, I can't do math very well at all, okay? You asked me what 2 versus 2 is, I might not get it, but anytime I see any StarCraft units attacking each other, I will tell you what's going to happen.
That's good.
With reasonable pro gamer micro.
Nice.
Sometimes, like, Parting Marine King will screw up what I say, but stuff like that I will not get wrong.
No, I'm the same. I'm terrible with math when it comes to stuff like that.
Oh, look at this. So nice. By the way, he's walling in with another command center, so GuMiho right now is going complete econ, not trying to hide it. He hasn't seen that walled-in command center yet. He's seen a gas, but that's it. That's it, Tasteless.
That's it, guys.
Speed is on the way. Only one drone and gas, so it looks like he'll probably go third base. And you know what? GuMiho, I feel like he's got the better end of build orders here.
I think so.
Yeah, as long as he walls that in, he's no way for Speedlings to really do anything against him. He's going to have a sick, good economy. And nothing HyuN can really do at this point to punish him for it.
And the Wings are now backing off. So GuMiho's going to turtle for a little while here, guys. And if you're new to the GSL turtling, you just stay in your base, defend, and build up.
It's like when a turtle brings his head in his shell to be defended.
In fact, I think that's where the origins of the word turtling came from.
Yes, it might be.
No, of course that's where it came from.
Thank you, Tasteless.
I thought it was because slow and steady wins the race.
All right. 3 bases here right now for HyuN.
Upgrade.
Right. I mean, he's going to deny scouting. There's not going to be any more scouting really for GuMiho until he does get Hellions out. If he's going Hellions, which he might not even be going, it's hard to say. And yeah, he's going right up to Starport. Oh my god, triple command to Starport. And he's doing this against someone who he just scouted going third base, which means it's not going to be quick Muta.
Right.
He could still go Muta, sure, but it's not going to be quick Muta. And that's going to make the double starport so much more powerful.
Do you think he should get a cloak and 4 Banshees and then attack, or should he attack with 2? Because I feel like 4. I'm feeling 4 right now. Yes. 4, 2 different places, cloaking.
If you want the possibility of a free win, you go with 4. If you move out with 4, they might just die.
I would go for 4 then here because, I mean, he already has another map that's his choice.
Yeah. I think that you're right. I would love to see him go.
And he's getting blue
4 Banshees and go. And he doesn't even necessarily need Cloak. Cloak is sometimes not exactly what you need. Like, sometimes just 4 Banshees. If they have 4 Queens and you suddenly find with 4 Banshees, they have no spores, minimum, you're killing a base.
Yeah,
There's
taking out a hatchery.
Zero way that they're going to stop that. So that's the absolute minimum. And so Cloak is kind of like, well, you can get it, but that's going to slow down all your other tech. There's a possibility of like counterattacks and stuff because you know you don't have a lot of ground units. But he's getting siege tanks to siege mode, so doesn't have the money to actually go ahead and get more Cloak.
Looks like HyuN's going to get caught here, taken out easily. Yeah. 2 gases got for the Zerg on the way now.
And it looks like he is going to
get 4.
All right, cool. So, yeah, the 4, I mean, there's already evolution chambers up, so he's going to try to fly them around and have them seen at the last possible second, because if he sees them, like, right when they leave the base, he'll be able to throw up, like, a ton of spores suddenly, and the Banshees aren't going to be as useful. They'll still be useful, though. And Aspire did just start, but Mutas will not be out before the Banshees hit.
Right. He could even get in there and go in there and kill the Spire, actually. If he sees it. Where's the Spire?
That's true. He could do that. I'll find it. Hold on.
I think it's in the Nat.
It is in the natural, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I see builds like this, I actually feel like the best place to attack all the Banshees is natural.
Doing?
Why is he sending 2 out right now?
It's because an Overseer flew through.
Oh, okay.
So he wanted to, like, well, you know what? The Overseer must have seen them, and then they were like, well, you just have to go. Yeah. Good scouting by HyuN. If he hadn't done that, I would say, lose. Yeah, GuMiho,
he might still lose, but
given like a victory there. With a 3rd Queen down, 2 spores on the way. The Banshee's not being all that useful. He does have 4 now. He still will try to do some stuff with it, but there's going to be Mutas out. And this is, again, I feel like this is a good situation for HyuN once again, because he found it in time. His Spire's about to finish, his 4th base is about to finish, and after someone makes 4 Banshees like that, you know they can't attack you on the ground. Literally, if you have the speed upgrade, they can't attack you on the ground.
Right.
They aren't going to have enough, really. So he can go for some Mutas that's going to control the Banshees and force him to turtle up some with turrets, because he obviously doesn't have a lot of Marines, he obviously doesn't have a lot of Thors or anything like that. And that's going to give you time to drone up your 4th, and you're going to have great scouting intel. He's going to see he's going mech, and then he can go into the Roaches. Now, if he goes into Roaches from this, to make sure he's safe, gets the Roach tech, like Roach speed, make sure he has a lot of larva, enough Overlords and all to make them if he needs them, and then goes into Ultras, into Greater Spire, I feel like that is the perfect way to play this out.
100% agree with you. 100%. I dig it. All right, the Muta's now headed towards the main base. Is the main base secure, Artosis?
Pretty much. I mean, he's got 1 turret in the mineral line. He's got some Vikings out. He's got 1 Thor. He's pretty secure. I mean, I wouldn't be too scared if I was GuMiho. He could lose just a little bit, but these Mutas are, like, map controlled, basically.
Yeah.
Well, GuMiho does have that 3rd base up. He is adding command centers.
2 more command centers, actually, which are about to complete.
Yeah, he's not wimping out here, Tasteless. He's not going for any easy, quick timing. He's ready to play the super long game once again.
Mech is pretty good on this map, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
You just do the center push, tear down the rocks. It's so good.
Yeah, you know that the 4th base is such a good... It basically defends all your other bases if you spread it right.
Yeah.
So on any map like that, where there's like a base that defends all the other bases, that's going to be pretty reasonable for mech.
He's got a good amount of Banshees over here still. He's just going to send those out with the rest of the army.
HyuN has started drops.
Oh my god, that's a lot of Banelings making.
Wow, that is.
Whoa!
41. That is very many Banelings.
This is like Nest T against Mech. He's like, well, I'll just make like 100 Banelings, right? That should blow up just about everything.
Well, I guess technically you're right. Yes, that blows up anything. Well, I mean, you might be right, man. If these Thors walk out and clump. Right, well, it looks like he's going to go for that base. He can fly in with the mutas to try to kill off the siege tank.
Is he just going to hit the orbital?
Oh my god.
What is he doing?
No, he's going to go for the SCVs, I think. Oh my god, he should have actually attacked the siege tank. He got so many kills there. Well, that was
weird.
That was the funniest looking thing I've ever seen.
I don't know what HyuN's doing, but I feel like now, or in the next minute or two even, GuMiho can push out and attack.
I think he will. Well, you know what? In GuMiho has those 2 extra command centers, let's not forget. Hold on, though. He killed 15 SCVs.
But I mean, honestly, how many banelings was that? Was it like 20 or 30 or something?
It was 41.
Oh my God.
But actually, and here's the thing. Moving out to attack, roaches are going to be good against that. He needs speed, though, and he needs more than this. He needs to wait for the rest of his army.
The Thors are pretty strong against roaches, though.
Yeah, they're reasonable.
Yeah.
But once you get, there's a critical mass of roaches that beat this number of Thors. And he doesn't have that right this second, but he has more units coming up here.
All right, here comes a bunch of roaches. Actually, this could be that critical mass Artosis was talking about.
The Banshee's doing a huge amount of damage here, and I think that he just doesn't have enough to break through this GuMiho army right now.
It's going to be close.
The 4 Banshees have made such a difference, but it looks like just breaking through.
Yeah.
That was so close. But now, not only did he kill some SCVs and one of the command centers, I guess, he killed off a big chunk of the mech army. One thing GuMiho can say for himself, he still has all his air units. I don't think he really lost any of that. Yeah, he may have lost like a Viking or something. But he has the rest of his air units. He lost a lot of ground mech. But you know what? He killed off a lot of roaches.
All right, the Lings are now hitting these SCVs. And, I think HyuN actually still has a shot. I don't agree with that crazy Baneling attack, but it looks like he's still going to be okay. We've seen HyuN a couple times make very strange decisions in early mid-game,
let's say GuMiho didn't make those 2 command centers when he did. Would have been better. Would have been a lot.
Well, then I think his push would have won.
Yeah, it would have.
But of course, you
set
can't
him way behind.
You can't make your decisions on that. As I hope he makes 42 Banelings and then doesn't use them effectively, and then I can counter push and win. That's not a game plan.
Yeah, not a very good one at least. Well, GuMiho is securing that center location. They are at very similar supplies, but don't forget, HyuN does have 5 bases, whereas 4 are up for GuMiho. 91 drones to 59 SCVs, and still some harassment going on. I still, even though the supplies are close, and in fact at this point GuMiho's a little bit in the lead, I still kind of like where HyuN's at.
And HyuN's in good shape, I think.
This is such a funny way to play mech, where he has this much supply tied up in Vikings, because right now we do see HyuN actually going up into Broodlords again instead of Ultras.
I think this might, I don't think HyuN's catching on. StarCraft 2, when you're learning it, you have to become reactive, but occasionally you get these pro gamers, even a guy like HyuN who can make it to Code S, who's just so into the mindset of I have to get Broodlords at around the 20-minute marker, that then someone's doing something that completely counters this, like getting a bunch of Vikings, and he's still going to try to get those Broodlords out,
Yeah, and, well, the one thing I can say, the Banshee count is kind of scary for Overlord. I mean, why didn't I mess Ultralisks? He has 5 Banshees out, so that's kind of scary as well. Anyways, these are some nice fungals going down. Anything he can kill off and hold off for now is good, because he does have those 8 broods morphing.
Now he has the Vikings, but far away. I don't know why he has the Vikings that far away. Maybe he's trying to hide. Well, nope, because there's an engagement over here. He sees the Vikings now, for sure.
Trying to stop some counterattacks, but the Broodlords are going to clean everything up because of that.
I don't know what GuMiho's doing. He's too spread out right now, unsieging and running.
And in fact, HyuN is hitting all over the place right now. That's why he left those units at home. I guess he didn't realize that Broodlords were already ready.
All right, and he wants to let these Broodlords get close enough to him so he can take them out. I don't know if he will take them out. I'm not used to casting games that are like this, really.
He's got 3 Queens with good energy, about 10 transfusions. He's got 8 Infestors with decent energy. We'll see, can he do this? This is a lot of units coming from all over for GuMiho. Broodlord's doing a lot of damage here. Some nice transfusions going down. Some good fungals as well, but does he have enough? It looks like with these Infested Terrans, he will. And he is breaking through this base.
Well, very nicely done here by HyuN. He's pushing in, continuing to make more and more. GG. GuMiho taps out. It looks like, once again, GuMiho playing a kind of spread out, aggressive, harass style, but sometimes that can be a double-edged sword.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I thought I liked that game a lot more than the first one. The first one was so weird. This one was weird too. The style of mech he's going for is weird overall. And I think if he goes for it again in this last game, HyuN is going to go the same style against him, go for those blue bullets. I feel like he's like, okay, I kind of get this. I kind of know how to stop this now.
Well, the map choice is going to be
Antigua.
Antigua. Okay, that's going to be the choice, obviously, of GuMiho.
Does he go mech again? The same mech style? I think he will.
Probably.
The fact that he's done it
twice.
But
if he plays the mech the way he played in the first 2 games, I don't think it'll work.
Well, if he's going to go 2-port Banshee again,
I don't think he's going to go 2-port Banshee.
Well, that's how he's been opening with this, right? Because this mech style, he has 2 starports for, so he can actually make a Raven and a bunch of Vikings, which is weird, but it's what he's been doing.
The only thing I don't like about what he might end up doing on this map is that I don't like mech in general in Antigua, because I feel like
that's true. You don't.
Medevac Marine is just better because you can drop if the 4th base is kind of peripheral.
It's a really good point. It's a really good point. I mean, what are you going to do? Kill it with Hellions?
Yeah, exactly. Are you going to drop some Thors or something over there? No. But, at the same time, though, when you're going for mech, and a way to kill Zerg, you don't always have to kill their expansions. You just plow through their 2nd and their 3rd, or their 3rd and their 2nd, into their main base. Because when you get the Hive and you kill the tech, I mean, the game changes so much that Zerg suddenly has so many limited options. This makes Zerg different from Protoss and Terran, is if, there's not one big structure. Let's say you kill the Hive, and then you kill the Spire, the Greater Spire even, and the Ultralisk Cavern. Well, and if they don't have another layer already, they have to remake the layer. Then
oftentimes the pool will be nearby, and you kill the pool, and suddenly they can't even make the layer, and it's like,
so he might.
I'm like minutes off of ever making another Hive unit.
I guess for like the next 4 minutes or something, I don't even get to make another Spire.
I feel like
make
that
the Greater Spire.
Sometimes in PvZ I feel like that when I lose my Cybernetics core at my wall. I'm like, oh my god, am I really gonna fight with Zealots and Immortals all day?
Yeah.
Really?
It's so annoying. GuMiho getting ready. Antigua Shipyard. This is going to be our last game of the day today.
That's right.
Again,
because winner goes up.
Winner escapes. Lives a little bit longer.
That's right.
GSL, a game of Survivor.
I don't even know who I want to win here. I love both these players, but I think I got to lean GuMiho a little bit. GuMiho he's so interesting to watch with his different styles.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun to cast. All right, so HyuN on TSL and GuMiho on FX Open, duking it out right now. We go to the round of 16 of the GSL.